folks, so they want to hear your reaction to seeing Some Like It Hot. I have some of my people from my 701 class. Wave hello, say hi. And this is what they had to say. So, can anybody tell me about the time period during that time? What time period did that involve? Danny?
It was the Roaring 20s.
The Roaring 20s, but what else was going on during the Roaring 20s?
Prohibition.
Prohibition. And what was the time period for Prohibition, y'all? 1920 to 1933. Shout out to you. Yes. Shout out to you. Yes. So 1920, 1933. And what happened during Prohibition? Can anybody tell me? Kaylin?
Alcohol was illegal.
Alcohol was illegal because why did they try to make alcohol illegal, folks? Why, Danny?
Because back then in college, there was like many people like in factories, so they started getting drunk and they started to like get out of work and start fighting and started.
Yeah, domestic abuse was a problem. Krishna?
Also, when alcohol was banned, a lot of crime started going on. There was a lot of alcohol abuse.
Who agrees with that? So mafias and all that stuff started coming on the rise because what led to the 1920s ending? The Great Depression, which started when? In 1929. And our place started during Prohibition, so the Great Depression was going on. So can you tell me what your reaction was from the show? What do you think and what did you learn from it? First of all, give me a historical thing that you learned and give me a final lesson and just tell me how you feel about the show and be honest, yes? So starting with Leo.
I learned something historical was like they got arrested for drinking alcohol because I didn't think it was like a big enforced law, but from what I saw, she literally got arrested and they had to bail her out.
You mean Sweet Sue? Yeah. Sweet Sue, who began the show, Natasha Yvette Williams. Yeah, because she had a martini in her hand. And they didn't arrest her because she was black, because were we down south? No, we were up where? North. So this was about drinking, and she said, okay, put me in the police car. Excellent. What was your reaction to the show? What can you tell me?
I would say it's definitely a very lively show. It has a lot of comedic elements to it.
Okay.
And I feel like one key takeaway is to just like, don't be ashamed of who you are, and like, don't let other people judge you for who you are, and just like.
Who agrees with that? All right. Can we get reactions from Jasleen? Talk to me. What was your reaction?
I thought it was a really nice show, especially all the colors and the singing. I really liked it.
Okay.
Especially when like they were talking about like expressing their emotions and how Daphne was part of the LGBTQ. It was like,
Daphne Jerry, okay. And then you also mentioned something about what's that G word again?
Gender.
Yes, you said it taught you about that what?
How gender like plays a big role in society, especially on how people view each other.
Okay, and can anybody expand on that? How did they view people during this society with gender? What happened? Because there were some things that were happening society-wise. And what did I tell you? First of all, what did I tell you about the Roaring 20s? What was the role of women during this time, and why was it so controversial? Caitlin, go for it.
It was like women started to gain more power. Like they started to bob their hair, make their skirts shorter, so they was showing more skin.
Okay, and do you remember the song that I showed you that did that? It was with Angela Lansbury. Laquez? Say it a little bit louder. Thoroughly Modern Millie. Okay, it was about being modern. All right, Aaliyah, can you tell me what was your takeaway from the show? What did you learn historically, and what can you take away from it?
What I learned historically is like what Leo said. I didn't know like people still drink these days, but I didn't really know that like drinking back then was like a really big problem and everything like that. But I would understand why, because like people get really crazy when they're drunk.
They get really crazy when they're drunk, and what's the takeaway that you could get from the show, and what's your reaction to the show?
Like a key takeaway is like the show was very fun and very energetic. People had a lot of energy, and they were really expressing out their emotions.
They put out their emotions, so you enjoyed yourself. All right, cool. And last but not least, Jeremiah, what would be your reaction to the show? What's something that you took away from seeing this?
Well, it was very fun and interesting, and there were a lot of plot twists and turns.
Okay.
Like, it was very enjoyable, and I learned that the mafia had a very big deal in a lot of things.
Yeah. Does anybody agree with that? Because remember the gangster, right? The gangster, because that's how we got into this whole mess in the first place, okay?
Even though it might look like they're doing nothing, they might be doing something behind the scenes that people don't realize.
Okay, that's very good too. And then on top of that, what was your reaction to the show? What something that you took away from seeing this?
It was very fun and interesting, and there were a lot of plot twists and turns. Like, it was very enjoyable, and I learned that the mafia had a very big deal in a lot of things.
Okay, that's very good too. And then on top of that, I proposed to you guys this question because we all thought that the person that played Josephine Christian Boyle's character, we thought he was a bad person, but how is he not necessarily bad? Because I brought something into perspective. Aaliyah, and then Danny?
He's not necessarily bad because he would take the fall for his friends and stuff like that, and usually it's always the colored people that would take the fall for their friends.
Okay, and Daphne always took the fall for Josephine, okay? Danny, how is he not necessarily a bad friend?
Even though Daphne took the fall for Josephine, at the end Josephine was there for Daphne when she came out as like non-binary.
Right. Right, because in the end, during this time, right, was it a good time for people of color? No, and then a lot of y'all looked at me like, whoa, because Josephine could have thrown Daphne under the bus because it was not popular. On top of that, you're dealing with race, you're dealing with economic issues, but then they find out you're in quote fingers, a same-sex relationship. And are we down south? No, we're up north. They handled those problems. So in the end, Josephine was kind of a good friend. But anyway, you all give it a thumbs up. Would you recommend it for friends? Yes? All right, thank you guys so much. Let's hand clap it out. Thank you. Woo, say bye.